This practice is for all of my friends at Collinsville Rec Center. Hope that you're all well, happy, and practicing social distance if you're able to. Staying at home, working at home, enjoying your family. This practice is in honor of each of you. Feel free to share with anyone who might need an uplifting moment or hour, or just needs to give a little something to their body. So we're going to start standing in mountain pose. So our feet are firmly planted on the mat. We're balancing on all four corners of our feet, so the inner big toe, the inner heel, the outer heel, and the outer pinky toe, nice and even. We're engaging energy from the bottom of our feet all the way up through the crown of the head. So it's almost like two opposing forces. So your feet are really grounding in the mat as the crown of your head is really reaching up toward the sky, if you can envision that. We're not locking our knees in, so a nice little micro bend in the knees. But lots of energy and activity. Tailbone is tucked in, core is engaged, shoulders are back. Chin is parallel, crown of head is parallel to the ceiling. And as we start to bring our mind to our practice and let go of all of the outside things that have been going on in our lives and our world the last few weeks and couple of months, let's give ourselves this gift of time. We've got our imaginary basket over here that you can put all of your troubles and your thoughts and your worries in. Anything that you need will still be there when we're finished with our practice. But give yourself this time to just be and just enjoy. So take a nice deep breath in and let it go. Breathing in through the nose and exhale through the nose. Breathing in nice and deep, feeling that body lift as we bring that inhale in, and then exhale, letting it all go, and just almost like you're pushing it all out from the bottom of your feet out. So bringing in new, fresh air and fresh energy, and letting go of all that negative air, negative energy. One more time, inhale nice and deep. And a nice audible exhale through the mouth. Inhale, arms come up overhead. Exhale, hands down to the side as we bring our chin down to our chest. Inhale, arms up. Eyes look up to the sky or to the ceiling. Exhale, hands down, chin to chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, twist your body over to the right, bringing your arms out to a T, trying to keep your hips as forward as possible. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, arms up, come back to center. Exhale, over to the right. Inhale, arms up, center. Exhale, over to the left. Inhale, arms up, center. Grab your left wrist with your right hand, reach up. Exhale, bring that left hand over to the right side as you push your left hip out. Think about being between two panes of glass here, nice and even. Inhale up, switch hands, bring that right hand up nice and long, and then exhale over to the left, right hip comes out. Inhale up, reverse, exhale, inhale up, reverse, exhale, inhale up. What? I hope not, because this is the second time I had to start it. I don't have it. I don't know, it's not up here anymore. Hopefully I can cut this out. I don't know, I thought you took it. Sorry about that. My daughter and granddaughter were coming to check on us, looking for the tool bag. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Nice, generous bend in the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, all the way up nice and tall. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Hands come up to thighs, shoulders roll back, elbows in, crown of heads pointing forward. Nice straight spine. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up nice and tall. Exhale, back bend. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Maybe this time we just bring our hands to our shins. Shoulders are back, elbows are in, crown of heads pointing forward. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Life at home, right? Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back into plank or modified plank. Starting out, maybe we'll start modified plank. We're still pushing up out of our shoulders. Core is still engaged. Our feet are nice and firm behind us. Exhale, lower all the way down to the mat. Hands are at the top of the rib cage. Inhale, lifting the chin and the chest up. Coming into baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, down. One more time. Inhale, lift up. Nice little back bend in the lower back. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, curl those toes. Push up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Find a little movement here. Walk your dog, bending one leg in at a time, straightening the other. Fingers are open nice and wide. Really using the pointer finger and thumb to secure quite a bit of the weight, so it takes a little bit of pressure off the wrists. Bend those knees generously. Inhale, push those hips up. Exhale, heels come down as the chest comes toward the thighs. Downward facing dog, nice and still. A nice place to come if you need an active resting pose to catch your breath. Inhale, walk your hands back to meet your feet, coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up. Nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the palms. Walk forward, coming into plank or modified plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, maybe you lift up a little taller, coming into tall cobra. Engaging your palms just a little bit here. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, curl those toes. Push up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, walk your feet up to meet your hands, coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, plant that right foot nice and firm. Finding a little bit of a bend in the knee. And then exhale, step back with your left foot, coming into high lunge. Take a moment to make sure that you're nice and stable here. Inhale nice and deep, and then exhale. See if you can lower that left knee all the way down to the mat, nice and slow using your core. When you get down here, adjust that front foot, much as you need to so that you're getting a nice opening in that back hip, but you still want to keep your right knee over the right ankle and the right knee facing forward. Hips are centered, nice and even here. Nice deep breath in, let it go. Then inhale, arms up. Exhale, bring your hands back behind you. Interlock your fingers, push your knuckles down as you open up through the chest here. Take a nice deep breath in and exhale. Inhale, release, bring your hands forward. Interlock the fingers again and push forward. So a little reverse on the shoulders here. Exhale, bring your hands down. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. Plant the hands. Curl those back toes. Lift that back knee up. And then inhale, step forward, meeting in forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Sorry, I'm not all the way in view. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back, coming into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale, maybe come up to upward facing dog. Hands and feet are the only thing on the mat here. Inhale, curl those toes under. Exhale, push up, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll forward, walking your feet up to meet the hands coming into forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Plant that left foot nice and firm. Inhale, and then exhale, step that right foot back, coming into high lunge on the right side, with your right side back. Take a nice deep inhale here, and then exhale, see if you can gently lower that back right knee all the way down. And curl those toes, adjust that front foot so that you're opening up through those hips. Ankle, left ankle and left knee are aligned. Left knee's pointing forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come behind you. Push those knuckles, interlock fingers, push the knuckles back, opening up through the chest. Inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, bring the hands forward, interlock the fingers, and push out away from the body. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, arms come back down, and then up. And then exhale, hands down. Curl those back toes, lift that back knee up. Step up to meet the left foot and forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands. Step back into plank. And then bring your knees down on wide on either side of the mat. Toes come together. Hands come out in front of you. As you exhale, bringing your hips down towards your heels and allowing your chest to come down toward the mat. Maybe your forehead comes to the mat here. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe you'd like to have a little bit of support if it doesn't come all the way down. This is another active resting pose. So our arms are active, but we want to loosen up through the shoulders and through the hips here. So think about your hips really pushing down towards your heels and your chest really pushing down toward the mat without forcing it. Gravity is at work here. Take a nice deep breath in and let it go. One more time. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale. Walk your hands out to the right side off the mat. Maybe you put your left hand over the right if that feels good for you, or you leave them side by side. And then exhale. Think about bringing your left hip towards your left heel as you bring your forehead toward the ground or the mat. You should really feel a nice opening right up through here. Inhale, lift up. Walk your hands to the center and then over to the left side. Maybe you leave your hands here, or maybe you put your right hand on top of your left, and exhale. Think about bringing your right hip down towards your right heel. And your chest kind of melts down toward the mat. Inhale, lift up. Walk back to center. Hands come out just a little bit in front of you. Knees come back in. Curl those back toes under. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath here. Find a little movement. Inhale, bring that left leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend that knee. Open your right knee to the right side of your mat where your right foot comes over to the left side. And then come back to center. Exhale, bring it down to the mat. Inhale. Left leg comes up, three-legged dog. Bend that knee. Open the knee up to the left side. Foot comes over to the right. And then exhale, bring it back down to the mat. Inhale. Roll forward. Walk your hands to your feet, coming into downward facing dog. Maybe here, grab your elbows. Now that your legs are nice and warm, just find a little movement back and forth. Remembering to breathe. Bring the hands back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. From here, plant that right foot nice and firm. With an inhale and then exhale, step back into high lunge. This time we're going to stay in high lunge. So keep that, if this feels good to you. If you prefer to come down to low lunge, please do so. Just kind of rock that front knee back and forth a little bit. You can kind of feel your left hip opening up here, and it's strengthening your thigh. Take a peek down to make sure you can see your toes. Bend that left knee, and then push it back, the heel back, so it's nice and firm and solid. Inhale, bring your arms up, overhead. Exhale, hands come back behind you. Inhale, and then exhale, fold forward, bringing your palms up behind you. They're linked together, nice and strong. You've got a nice straight spine here. Keeping that right knee over the right ankle. Inhale, lift up, release. Exhale, hands come back up. Inhale, bring your hands to your sides. And when you're ready, take an exhale and then inhale. Bring your left foot up to meet the right foot and take a moment. Wear those muscles out a little bit on that right side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. Plant that left foot nice and firm. Then inhale, and then exhale, step back, coming into high lunge on this side. So again, kind of rock that front knee back and forth a little bit. a little bit of an opening in that back hip and strengthening the muscle all right here through your thigh. When you're ready, bend that back knee down and then push that heel back toward the wall behind you so you're standing nice and firm. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come behind you and interlocking those fingers, opening up through the chest. And then exhale, bending forward, keeping that knee over the ankle. Arms come up, nice straight spine here. Inhale, come back up, release. Arms come back up overhead. Hands come to hips. Inhale, step up to meet the left foot in tall mountain. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale to rise nice and strong. Exhale, hands to heart center. This might be a good time to get a drink, because I'm getting thirsty. All right, let's put our hands on our hips here and do a little bit of a balance pose. So I'm planting my right foot nice and firm on all four corners, micro bend in the knee, really zipping up through the midline here. Core is engaged, chest is nice and open. Bend that left knee, kickstand. Turn the heel so that your knee, so the heel is on the inside of your leg and your left knee is pointing out to the side. Find something to focus on in front of you that's not moving. When you're ready, inhale, pick that foot up. Maybe you bring it up to the inside of your calf, or maybe you bring it all the way up to the inside of your thigh. If you need to hold on to something, feel free to do so. My foot does not stay there. Short leg syndrome. Remember to breathe, finding your focus. If you fall out, that's okay. Just try to get right back in. Finding stability here, balance. It's good for the soul. When you're ready, bend that left knee in. Lift up like you're going to go on a step. Straighten it out nice and long. And then exhale, bring it down to the side. Shake that right foot out and left foot. And we inhale, come up. We're nice and tall, really stretching through the sides. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, raise all the way up, nice and tall. Exhale, hands to heart center. By the way, your hands can be in prayer, can be on your hips, can be out to a T, whatever works for you when you're in your balancing poses. Let's do the left side here. So nice firm foundation on the left foot. Again, all four corners, just a micro bend in the knee, really zipping up through the midline here. Kind of helps think about turning my thigh in a little bit. Kickstand that left foot, find your focus. Bring your heel, your right heel, into the side of your leg. And knee comes out to the side. And when you're ready, bring it up to wherever feels comfortable, as long as you're not putting it on your knee, because that's wouldn't be good for your knee. Maybe play around with your arms. You might notice wherever your arms are, your body does something a little bit different. You might also notice that you have better balance on one side than the other, and that's okay, because we're all different on each side, and it might be different from one day to the next. When you're ready, bring that knee forward, lift that foot up like you're stepping on a step, straighten the leg out, bring it back in, and then set it down. And shake it out. As a matter of fact, we're kicking it out, and then feet are still, and we're just going to swing our arms back and forth. Just popped my ankle. I don't know if you could hear that or not. Just swinging my arms. It actually feels really good in my spine. Finding a little movement in my neck, hearing all the little crunchies in there. Just being free for a moment to do what feels good. Maybe you're swinging your arms, or maybe you're jumping up and down, or maybe you're standing still. Whatever you need is what you do right now at this moment in time. As a matter of fact, that's what this practice is all about. If we go into a pose that doesn't feel good for you for that day, then you find a pose that does. Your practice, your way, your style. All right, coming to a little stillness now. I'm going to bring my feet together. Big toes come together with a little bit of space between my heels. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hips come down, coming into chair. The majority of the weight is on the heels. Maybe lift your toes up. Maybe take a look at your toes. Make sure you can still see them. You don't want to be over too far. This helps the core. You don't want to pinch anything in the back. Nice chair here, so you can go down a little bit more. The arms don't feel good up here, then move them wherever it does feel good. As long as you have a nice strong core and you're open through the chest. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up. Exhale, bring them to heart center, to the side, whatever you want. Come back into chair. Maybe here, while we're in chair, we lift the left heel up, and then the right heel, as we put the left heel down. Go back and forth a little bit, just a little bit of light movement. Maybe we try to come up on both. And maybe we don't. Whatever feels right. Maybe come down a little bit deeper. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, arms up, coming into chair one more time. Exhale, arms come behind you, airplane arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, airplane arms. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back into plank. Exhale, lower all the way down. Inhale. Come up, baby cobra, tall cobra, or upward facing dog, whatever works for you. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, curl those toes, push up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plant that left leg, raise that right leg up in the air. And then inhale, exhale, inhale, come forward, bringing that foot up between the hands, pivoting on that back foot 90 degrees, raising up into warrior two. So my right knee is pushing out toward my pinky toe, core is engaged forward. Majority of the weight is on the outside of my left foot. I'm really zipping up through my inner thigh. Shoulders are down away from my ears. I'm looking over my right fingers. Inhale, bring that right hand forward. Lift it up to the sky as you bring your left hand down the back side of your leg. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Left arm comes up, right arm rests gently on the right knee. And then maybe you bring your arm over, your left arm over to in front of you. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Get there. Maybe you bring a block in if you want, or you just come into extended side angle. You can put your hand on your shin. You can use a block to help support. Think about bringing that left shoulder back behind you so you're opening up through the chest. Feeling a nice stretch in your inner thigh here. Move the block out of the way. Inhale, come back up. Pivot that right foot to be parallel with the left foot. Arms come up overhead, 5-point star. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend in that right knee, walking your body over to the right side as you lengthen through the left leg. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, bend in the left leg, walk your hands over to the left as you lengthen through the right leg. Inhale, come up. One more time, come back to center, and then exhale over to the right. Inhale, come up to center, exhale over to the left. Inhale, come up to center. Put your hands on your hips and use your core to raise up. Bring your arms up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Heel toe your feet back in. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Plant the hands, step back into plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, raise up. Exhale, down. Inhale, curl the toes, push up to plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Plant that right foot, lift that right leg up in the air. Inhale, and then exhale, roll forward, bringing your left foot up between your hands, pivoting on that back foot, coming into warrior two on the left side. So again, my left knee is pushing out toward my pinky toe, zipping up nice and strong through the core and the midline. The majority of the weight of my right foot is on the outside of the foot. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, reverse warrior. Think about being between two planes of glass here. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, warrior two. Straighten that front leg. Exhale, reach behind you, bringing that right arm down your back leg. Inhale, come back. Warrior two. Maybe you grab your block and you bend into extended side angle here. Again, think about reaching that shoulder back behind you. So you're really opening through the chest. You can also bring it forward if you want. And then raise back up. Move the block. Pivot that back foot, or the left foot, parallel to the side of the mat, short side of the mat, arms come up. Bring the heels in towards you. And then come down into goddess pose. So you're bending the knees and bending the elbows, opening up through the chest. Elbows are even with the shoulders. Think about your tailbone tucking in. Inhale up. Exhale down. Each time, see if you can come down just a little further. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, forward fold. Straighten those feet up. Nice deep breath in and exhale. Maybe grab the back of your calves. Just let your body just kind of hang here and do just a little rest, catching your breath. Bring your hands back out. Bring them up to your hips and inhale, lift all the way up. heel toeing your feet in so that they're under your hips. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands come to heart center. So I have to tell you, this is my travel mat, and it's very thin, and my feet are sticking to the bottom of it, and it isn't working out real well for me. I'm going to have to bring my other mat in. All right, turn back this way. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands, coming into downward facing dog. Plant that left foot, inhale the right leg up. Exhale, bring the right knee in to the right wrist. The right foot comes out to the left side of the mat as we sit back into pigeon pose. So you're not dipping in the hip here. If you need some support, put a block or a blanket under your hip here. Otherwise, just sit up nice and tall with a nice deep inhale, and then exhale, walk forward, seeing if you can come down to your elbows. And if this feels good, then continue down a little further. Great hip opener here. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale. Nice deep inhale and exhale. Inhale, come back up nice and tall. Bend that back leg. If this feels good, you want a little more, maybe you see if you can reach back and grab your left foot. Feeling a nice stretch on your thigh. If you can't, don't worry about it. Just stay wherever feels good for you. Release if you have it. Curl those back toes under. Inhale, bring that right leg back up, three-legged dog. Then exhale, bring it down to the mat. Nice and firm. Inhale, left leg comes up, three-legged dog. Exhale, left knee to left wrist. Left foot comes over to the right side of the mat. Walk that back leg out nice and long, sit up nice and tall. Again, support, put something under that hip if you need something to help you sit up so that you're not dipping onto the side. And then exhale, just nice and slow. Walk forward, coming down to your elbows. Elbows, try to keep them under your shoulders here. If this feels good and you want to stay here, great. Or if you want to go a little bit further, that's great too. It all works. Nice deep inhale, and then exhale. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, walk up nice and tall, bend that back right leg. If this feels good, stay here, or if you're feeling brave, maybe you reach around and grab your foot. You might be able to do it on one side and not the other, and that's okay. Just do what you can to get nice deep stretches. Open up those muscles and let the oxygen flow. Release. Curl those back toes under. Bring that left leg up, three-legged dog. Exhale, bring it down. Come down into tabletop. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips, feet nice and flat behind you. Inhale, coming up into cow. So the tailbone comes up, chin comes up. Nice dip in the midsection. Exhale, tuck the tailbone in, the chin in, curve up through the back. Inhale, come back into cow. And then exhale into cat. Inhale, come back to neutral. Bring those knees out to the side. Toes come together. Exhale, come down into a nice, comfortable child's pose here. Maybe your hands go under your forehead. Maybe you prefer them to be out to the side, or maybe you prefer them to be down through the center. Whatever feels good for you. Take about 3 full breaths here. When you're ready, come back up. Find yourself into a nice seated position. Legs come out in front of you. You want something under your hips here to give you a little bit of support in your spine. Go ahead and put the just under your sit bones. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Maybe your hands come to your shins. Maybe they come to the side, or maybe you can reach your feet. Don't hyperextend your legs or lock those knees in. Inhale nice and deep. And then exhale, forward fold. This is another version of forward fold, just seated. Inhale. And then exhale. Inhale, walk your hands up. Bring your right foot in, left foot comes out to the side. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold over to the left leg. Breathing in. Try to send your breath to the muscles that you feel stretching here. Inhale, walk up. Bring right leg out, left leg comes in. Inhale up, exhale, fold over to the right. I have not been exercising like I need to, and I can really feel this. It feels amazing. So thank you for bringing me to the mat here today. Inhale, gently walk up. Bring legs back out in front of you again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold forward. See if you can tell a little bit of a difference from when you first started your practice to now. Hopefully you feel so much better. Inhale, gently walk yourself up. If you've got something under your hips, go ahead and move them. Legs can come out straight, or you can bring your feet up. What I want you to do is just inhale and then exhale. Roll all the way down, nice and slow to the mat. Stretch those legs out, bring those arms up. Nice full body stretch here. And then exhale, bring your hands down to your side. Feet come up under you, just by your sit bones. Inhale, your palms firmly planted on the mat. Bring your hips up off the mat, coming into bridge pose. So see if you can rock your shoulders underneath you a little bit, and really using your glutes to kind of help push you up. Chest comes to chin, chin comes up so you're not crunching in the neck. Knees stay forward so you're not opening those up. And then exhale, bring them back down, hips come down, knees come in. Wrap your hands around your knees. Find a little massage for your lower back. Inhale, bringing that left leg out nice and strong. Engage those toes towards you. Bring your left hand onto the outside of your right knee. Right arm comes out to the side. As you exhale, bring your left knee over, your right knee over to your left side as you try to gaze out over your right hand. Bring that right knee back up, left knee comes in to meet, nice hug, massage that lower back. Exhale, right leg comes out, engaging. So think about pushing that heel out toward that wall. Right hand goes on the outside of the left knee. Left hand goes out to a T as you bring your left knee over to the right side. But you're gazing out over your left hand. Trying to keep your shoulders down on the mat. Remembering to breathe. Inhale, bring that knee back in. Right knee comes up to meet. Nice hug. Bring your feet down. Feet come out to the edge of the mat. Hands come down to the mat. And then windshield wiper those legs. Done a little hip work today, and this will help work out some of that leftover tension that you might have in there. Walk your feet back in. Bring your knees in for one more hug. Bring your nose up towards your knees. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then exhale. Bring it all down. Feet are out. Legs are out nice and long. Feet are swayed to the side. Shoulders are gently tucked under. Palms are facing up. Coming into our final resting pose here. Take a nice deep breath in. And let it go through the mouth. Allowing your body to melt down into the mat. We have our nice big bright ball of energy kind of hovering over our head, bringing us warmth and sunshine and peace and happiness, and reminding us to do our body scan so that we're not holding any tension anywhere in our body. Starts with our eyes and our nose, comes down to our ears, our jaws, our neck, to our mouth, our chest, shoulders, arms, elbows, hands, wrists, fingers, to our midsection, down to our hips, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, feet, toes. It reminds us that we all have a lot going on, but for just a few more moments, if there's anything that pops up in our minds, acknowledge it and then set it aside and just allow yourself to be for just a moment. Think of thankfulness for yourself, honoring yourself, reminding yourself that you are good, you are worthy, and that in order to fully love others, you must first love yourself. A little bit of wiggles in our toes and our fingers and in our eyes. Bring our arms up overhead. Roll one side or the other, doesn't matter. Bring our head onto the inside of our arm. Our knees come up. Our hand rests gently on the floor. Take a nice deep breath in and let it go. And we gently push ourselves up to a nice, comfortable seated position. Maybe we find our blanket or pillow under our hips. Sitting up nice and tall. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale. Hands to heart center, bow, bringing our chin to our chest. And to you, all say namaste, which means to me that the light and teacher in me honors, appreciates, respects the light and teacher in each one of you. And my hope is that your light can shine bright so that those who may live in some darkness can find their way to the light. Namaste. Thank you all for practicing with me today. I hope that you have an amazing week, and I'll see you next time.